In the world of naval warfare, few weapons have shaped maritime strategy like the AGM-84 Harpoon missile. As the waves of technological advancement continue to ripple through defense systems in 2025, this sea-skimming missile still remains a vital component in America's arsenal of anti-ship solutions. Developed by McDonnell Douglas, now Boeing Defense, the Harpoon has seen decades of deployment, refinement, and combat testing. It's not just a missile, it's a symbol of long-range deterrence, precision firepower, and strategic dominance. Designed during the Cold War to address the growing threat of Soviet naval power, the AGM-84 Harpoon was envisioned as a response to heavily armed warships that could strike from beyond the horizon. In today's environment, where peer adversaries like China and Russia continue to expand and modernize their blue water fleets, the Harpoon hasn't been shelved or sidelined. Instead, it's been upgraded and reintegrated into the modern battlefield, a testament to its original engineering and ongoing relevance. The Harpoon operates with an active radar seeker and is guided by inertial navigation, giving it remarkable accuracy over distances that can stretch over 67 nautical miles in its older variants and up to 150 nautical miles in the latest iterations. What makes the Harpoon particularly lethal is its sea-skimming capability. By flying just a few meters above the ocean surface, it minimizes its radar cross-section, making it harder to detect and intercept. This low-altitude profile allows the missile to remain hidden until it's too late for the target to react effectively. In 2025, while hypersonic weapons and AI-enabled targeting systems make headlines, the Harpoon still earns its place aboard U.S. Navy ships, submarines, and even aircraft like the P-8A Poseidon. Its versatility is unmatched: surface-launched, air-launched, and even submarine-launched configurations make it adaptable to nearly every combat scenario. And with current upgrades that include improved targeting, GPS guidance, and enhanced warheads, the Harpoon isn't just surviving in the modern age, it's thriving. In recent joint military exercises, the Harpoon proved its mettle once again. During the 2024 Impact Rim of the Pacific exercise, Allied forces demonstrated coordinated strikes using air and sea-launched Harpoons to destroy simulated enemy vessels with remarkable precision. These scenarios weren't just drills, they were live demonstrations of interoperability, of how allied navies can plug into the same targeting networks and deliver synchronized blows against hostile fleets. From a technical perspective, the missile is powered by a Teledyne turbojet engine, giving it a cruising speed of around Mach 0.85. It carries a 488-pound high-explosive blast warhead, which is more than enough to disable or sink most surface combatants. The missile's active radar seeker homes in on its target after mid-course guidance, autonomously adjusting its flight path to avoid countermeasures and hit the most vulnerable part of the enemy ship. The Block 2+ variant, the most recent in operational use, incorporates a GPS-assisted inertial navigation system, allowing for precise strikes not only on moving ships but also on stationary land targets like coastal radar installations or command posts. This expanded functionality transforms the Harpoon from a purely maritime weapon into a dual-role missile capable of affecting strategic outcomes on both sea and shore. Despite its age, the Harpoon's reliability is its greatest asset. Unlike some next-gen systems still in development or early deployment stages, the Harpoon has thousands of test firings, combat launches, and successful strike records behind it. This kind of legacy brings trust, a crucial factor when you're operating in high-stakes environments like the South China Sea or the Persian Gulf, where decisions need to be fast, and systems must perform flawlessly under pressure. The U.S. Navy continues to invest in the Harpoon's future. Boeing has secured contracts to extend the missile's operational life well into the 2030s, including overhauls, digital upgrades, and integration with unmanned platforms. In fact, the Navy is currently testing the Harpoon's compatibility with MQ-9B Sea Guardian drones, which could allow for long-range, stealthy anti-ship operations without putting human lives at risk. Allies are also increasing their reliance on the Harpoon. Over 30 countries have adopted the system, with many choosing to upgrade to the Block 2+ standard. From Japan to NATO member states in Europe, the Harpoon serves as a unifying platform in joint naval defense strategies. In a world where maritime choke points are increasingly contested, and threats can emerge without warning, this kind of standardization is not just helpful, it's essential. What's also notable in 2025 is the resurgence of interest in coastal defense systems. Nations like Taiwan and Poland have integrated ground-launched Harpoons into their defense grids. Mounted on mobile launchers, these systems can be repositioned easily, offering both strategic flexibility and a hardened line of defense against amphibious invasions or naval blockades. In Ukraine, while not officially confirmed by all sources, reports suggest the possible use of Harpoon missiles provided by Western allies to deter Russian naval operations in the Black Sea. If these reports are accurate, the Harpoon is not just a deterrent, it's an active player in modern conflicts, directly influencing enemy calculus and regional security balances. Yet, with all its power and reliability, the Harpoon is not without challenges. As adversaries develop more advanced electronic warfare systems and point defense weapons, the missile faces increasing threats during its terminal phase. However, continued updates and integration with US and allied battle networks, particularly Link 16 and SEC, cooperative engagement capability, allow for dynamic retargeting and mid-flight mission updates, keeping the Harpoon competitive. Looking ahead, while newer systems like the long-range anti-ship missile, LRASM, are slowly becoming operational, the US military isn't placing all its bets on one missile. Instead, it's creating a layered arsenal, one that uses Harpoons for proven, cost-effective strikes and newer systems for high-end, heavily contested environments. It's a balance of old and new, of reliable force and emerging tech, that defines America's approach to maritime dominance in this decade. The AGM-84 Harpoon is not flashy. It doesn't travel at hypersonic speeds or use AI-powered swarming. But it's consistent. It's proven. It's deadly. And in 2025, when tensions are high and global waters are anything but calm, that kind of weapon, dependable, versatile, and feared, is exactly what naval commanders want in their launch tubes. This is Motor Authority, bringing you the engines of power, precision, and protection. Subscribe for more deep dives into the machines that shape the battlefield.